Hello everyone, and welcome back to another Minecraft update video. You might be able to tell from my voice that I'm a little bit under the weather, but don't worry about me, we've only got a short video today, as there's not too much to cover in 1.19.4 pre-release 4. In fact, the big news is probably that there's still no word of a release date or a release candidate in sight. And today we'll have to refer to the Minecraft feedback website, as there is issues with Minecraft.net. Now, in all likeliness, I think this is a light-hearted joke, but it's slightly terrifying, the idea that the password was left on a post-it note. Anyway, they're having issues with the website, but we got all the info we need to cover this pre-release. First things first, there's a new button inside of Options, down the bottom here, Credits and Attribution. If you click this, you get 3 further buttons, and credits will take you to the endgame credits that you've seen if you've defeated the End Dragon. Attribution and licenses are both links that you can open directly or copy to your clipboard. And if we navigate over to those websites, you'll see that the Attributions has a list of open source technologies that the Minecraft game uses. Some of these include links, and this large list of them does not. And there is also some licensed technology used in the game too. And licensing appears to be a whole bunch of legal documentation, of which there is an absolute ton of this stuff. It is a very large page full of lots of legal talk. So the act of destroying a shulker bullet will now set off a skulk sensor, and that was signal strength 8. A bunch of commands had incorrect pluralization. As you see here, it says removed 1 items from player Xisuma. This has now been changed to appear as following. So you may or may not be aware that status effects had a recent change to support an infinite instead of just a large number. So as you can see here, the Dolphin's Grace will last for 277 hours. This was the old way of having an infinite effect, and the new one is like so. The problem is that some mobs, like spiders, spawn with these potion effects, and they're supposed to be infinite. However, the game still used this method, so after 277 hours, they would run out of their potion effect. This has been changed so it now works with infinite. There was also a technical change in this update regarding display entities. When a new interpolation is started, it now starts from the current state instead of the final state. Now we can move on to the 1.20 changes. First of all, the sign, when placed like this, now has the correct texture for this part of the sign. Previously, it was just using a recolored mangrove wood texture for some reason. Now it uses the actual cherry log texture. Also related to the cherry blossom trees are the cherry leaf textures, which have been changed. The new one is on the left, the old one is on the right, and as you can see, it's pretty much the same concept, but everything's just been rejiggled a little. And it's the sort of change where I don't think you'd even notice unless someone directly pointed it out to you, as it pretty much looks like the same sort of thing. There are also 2 changes worth mentioning related to the decorative pot. When it's waterlogged, the water will now spread out, which it previously did not do. I'd also point out you still can't right click on it with a water bucket to directly waterlog it. And it doesn't waterlog when you surround it with water either. And I don't know if those are considered bugs or not, but of course you can place these into the water and have them waterlogged like that. There have also been pathfinding issues with the decorative pot. As you'll see here, the warden just simply gets stuck behind it, doesn't even think to jump over the top of it and go after the player. This applied to other mobs too, so we'll do our own quick test. Look at that, I can now jump right over the decorative pot. And of course, it always seems to be the case with new blocks being added, but there was some classic mob spinning on top of these that has been patched out. And as always with the bug fixes, a lot of these were just things that have popped up in the last couple of pre-releases and were really not worth mentioning. So, a short but sweet update video. I'll encourage you to subscribe to the channel if you want to catch more of them in the future. And I'll also take this opportunity to let you know that we have an interesting video on my second channel where we discuss 1.20 update with the Minecraft developers who are hanging out in my live stream chat. And on the main channel, the latest episode of Hermitcraft is out. I noticed that it didn't quite reach as many people as usual, so I thought I'd give it a mention at the end of this video. And that's it. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.